All right, let's tear this engine down, see what we got. All right, first things first, let's get the oil out of here and see what's in there. That is, if there is oil. All right, she should be just about ready to come out, let's hope. I don't think there's anything in there. Well, it doesn't look terrible. Look at it. It's not that bad. So you guys can see it, okay? Maybe I'll put you guys up a little closer. You can see that oil. It's pretty clean, actually. Scary thought, right? Yeah. Anyway, we'll get it out here and take a look at it. All right, anybody want to see what's under door number 1? Looks like an early valve cover. It's got the cut in it, so maybe an early 40. 61. Wow, it looks pretty clean in there too. And then my guess is on this thing so far, I'm going to guess before we get too far into it, I bet you anything on these old 40s, what they used to do, I'll show you on another case, is this section here used to come loose. And if you can see, I think this one here was, I pushed it up. They get loose in the case, and then it pushes up a little bit, and then it sucks air, and then makes it wipe out a rod bearing. Used to happen a lot on old 40s. I'm going to drill it and put a leash down there to the, put a stud that goes all the way through and a leash on it. That's what they did on the later models, so I do that on the early 40s to make sure that they don't do that again. All right, door number 2. You know, same thing, it looks pretty clean. Looks like it might have had a freshened up rebuild at some point. I'll move those out of there. My pile. Rockers look decent. Well, you guys can see that okay, hopefully. There's this case stud that was pulled out, but I think we were actually took one out of this and we were going to use it on something, and then we didn't. So I don't know why that was loose. Guess we will find out later. Anyway, let's get on with teardown. I'm going to just go through this part really quick with you guys, and we'll bring you back in. All right, she's loose. So it looks like inside there. Are those 8mm studs? I think they are. That's weird. Okay. It's got real old 40 stuff in it. Old push rods. Look at these ones. Those are old. Okay. cylinders, you know, look like cylinders. There's the gaskets on them. It still has the head gaskets on it. Those are original. Yeah, this is the copper gaskets they put on the early ones. So most of them, when you rebuild them, I think you change those. I don't remember. Alright, just so you guys know, I am not trying to save these cylinders, so I'm putting 1385s in here, there's no way. I'm gonna break that, I know it. I already broke this one. Alright, let's see. No loose rod there. Nope, nothing there. Not in that position, at least. We'll pull off these pistons real quick. Move on to the next thing. Alright, looks pretty good in here too. Let's see what this cylinder looks like inside. I got black widows probably inside there. Pretty sure they're hiding in there. Seen a little baby one, so no biggie. Not as bad as people say. Could get all freaked out about them. Only for some people. Can be really bad. When I was a kid, they used to get all freaked out about black widows, man. Is this our culprit? No. Felt like something was broken in there. There it is. There's the broken one. Hear that? Get you guys up nice and close so you can hear. It sounds better when got it zoomed in. Ah, yeah. I knew it had to be one of the last two. You know, the last ones to get oil are the back two, right? Oil goes from the front, oil pumps up here, goes Goes through the gallery or galley, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's the same damn difference. Why people get all freaked out about that. And this rod here, second to the last one, lost oil. It's usually the last. Usually it's number 3, but that's weird. It is what it is. All right. At least we know we're cooking with a full burner. Well, the things that tell me somebody's been in here before, I don't know what they did, but look, they got nut bolts on all these. That's no good. And these are 8mm studs, so they put in case savers and just put 8s in there. That's all right. It works. They didn't drill them out or anything. They just put case savers in and did it that way, which I think that works pretty good. I don't know, you know, I don't remember doing that, but and again, most of the time 40 horses came around, it was like, who wants that thing? 40 horse, any 36s, we just got rid of them. Didn't care. Well, something else I found is they already have the leash on here. They updated it, so it wasn't that. So now my diagnosis is pretty much changed. I think the center main spread. That's my guess. Now that I know more, they probably did a rebuild on this thing and didn't do a line bore. That's why you gotta send it to the machine shop every time. Just have that line bore checked. If you do it without it, you're just probably going to waste your money. All right, let's take a look here. What do we got? Let me take a look at it. I'll bring you back in and keep you informed about what's going on with this thing. There's some oil in the bottom of that. Let's get that all out of there. Well, the center main bearing's still tight. Well, that's good. It looks like it was, maybe it was thrust cut. It doesn't look, maybe not. It's hard to tell. It's maybe 10,000ths or something. The cam lifters are a little bit dished, so it's had some miles on it. They did drive it a bit. I still got I got the clips in there, so I forgot. It looks like they did line bore it when they did it last time. So that's nice and clean. That looks like machine work right there. So maybe they, Well, one of the things I'm finding here, get better light, is this one still has the thing on it, the tab, but the leash wasn't attached. When it's tight, it's really hard to say. I have to look it over really close. And before you send your case to the machine shop, before you waste money on shipping and all that other stuff, always check back here and look where somewhere in here where there's this oil galley right here, and where it goes up into here. So it could be this plug, this one, or something cracked right here. So always look there before you spend it out. Spend money on your case. This is the area that in the later models they started putting a blocked out piece in here to really make that strong. They just weren't very strong right there. Yeah, it's got a German red seal. So I don't really know what happened. It could have ran low on oil. Well, I would love to see your comments on what you guys think what happened here. One of the things I noticed, is that these studs were really long. They were on here. Let's see how long they were. They had these bolts in here like that. Look at that. It could have. Does that line up right with the edge of this thing? These long bolts. And this is why you keep everything original. Well, I don't know, even with the thickness of that, I think the thickness of the plate right there would have been right there. So probably wouldn't have pushed that up much. Maybe. It's possible. But I don't think that was really it. I think it just ran out of oil. I don't know. But I would love to see what your comments are, what you guys think it might be. If you have any clues, write them in the comments and see what you guys think about what's going on with this thing. I'm wondering, I might take the case over and just have them check the line bore if there's a way. See if it's off. Could be. Might not be. It looks like they did it. And there's not a ridge on there. Let's check the center main. One of the things I always do is take the center main out and take my fingernail. Doesn't feel like there's really a lot going on with that. There's some dirt there, right? But look at that. Why was that worn there? It's mostly just dirt. Doesn't feel like there's any wear on the center main. Look at this one. Yeah. Not really anything going on there either. There's really no. Usually you'll see right here like a heavy ridge if it's. There's really. I can't even get a fingernail on it. I don't know. What do you guys think on that? I don't know. I have no idea why why it lost oil to the rod. I don't know, maybe. All right, did it spin it? Let's look. Who knows? It got hot though. Look at around here. A little hot, not too bad. I mean, it's not blue. I've seen worse. Bearing just fell right out of it. Anything in the camera picks up that I can't see? I don't know. Spun maybe a little bit. Just kind of just came loose. Caught it in pretty well timed. You know, we didn't wipe out anything else, just the rod bearing. Huh. Really strange. All right, is there a size on there? VW. So they use clubs on it. Huh. Probably standard then. Okay, how about here? Let's get up close, I guess. Clubs. Original Volkswagen. Weird. Maybe it did have a lot of miles on it. But why did it have the case studs, you know, to the late model? Maybe they did it after? Maybe they just did the top end? I don't know. Those are, they don't have a 1010 on them. I'm guessing that they're probably standard, I guess, without measuring it. The only thing I can see is this stud should have had a nut on it. And so it's been apart. It had to been apart before. So I guess they didn't line bore this, huh? Maybe there is a little bit of wear there. Give it a first line bore, maybe. I don't know. Not really sure. It's really strange. Just one rod bearing lost oil. And Volkswagen stamped bearings in it. Are the bearings from? I don't remember. Are the Cloven Spit bearings stamped Volkswagen, or you have to give them to the dealer like that? I don't know. I think you have to give them to the dealer. So did the dealer do a rebuild on this? Let's look at the case number. Usually there's an X after it. It's the dealer. Hang on. So, no X. Was a D? Dealer? I don't know. I thought the 40 horse cases all had just a number. I don't remember. Oh, look down here. What's that? Is that something? Down there in the corner? I don't see it. Interesting. Maybe we'll look up that case number and see. Well, the question is why did it lose oil pressure to only the one rod? And why was it this one and not number 3? The last one on the food chain, right? You'd think. It was just worn out? I don't know. Interesting. Don't see any signs that, I mean, I've seen signs that this has been apart because it's missing it didn't have the bolt on the leash on the top. So it tells me it's been apart, I think. And it has a 26 millimeter pump. Did they put 26 millimeters in late model? I don't think so. I think they only put those in the early ones. I mean, I think all 40 horses had the smaller pump on them. And I'm pretty sure that's a 26. Because I remember the old 40 horse ones were not this thick. What do you think? I don't know. Really weird. I don't know. Did the Cloven Spit, do they have this Volkswagen? I don't know. I don't think they do, but that's my thought. Anyway. Let me know what you guys think. We'll check that out. It's really kind of a mystery to me. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like a good case. The case looks like it's pretty good, but I think it's worth going down and having it checked. But, you know, again, it's only a 40 horse case, so I'm only going to get so much out of it. So anyway, yeah. All right. Maybe. You know, get the crank out. I'll really look at it closely. But you can see this rod here. That sucker came loose. Get you up really close so you can see really good. Yeah, look at that. That sucker was loose as a goose. We caught that before. We just turned it over back and forth real slowly and kind of walked it around. That's a good way to check that for something like that, but you don't know what it is until you tear it apart. It could be sometimes a crack in the crankshaft, and it could be just wiggling back and forth there. You don't know. So this one never had cam bearings put in it. It's kind of weird. Looks like they rebuilt it and they didn't put cam bearings in it. I don't know. I don't know what the whole scope is here. Yeah, just keep an eye on the comments and see. I'll pin something when I figure it out. But it doesn't look like there was a ton of miles on this thing. It looks like it was rebuilt. I think this is a 26. Yeah, that should be a 26 millimeter pump there. So they updated the pump to a 26. I think the old ones were really, really thin, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've done one of these myself. I've always had someone else help me do my engine builds, and well, for years I have, but you know, I did them before that, so just got to go back in the memory banks and see if something comes to play here. Oh no, does that look right? Everything looks right. I don't see anything. This case looks pretty good for a single relief 40 horse. Doesn't look like there's a lot of stress in here, around here. No cracks here. Look at all that stuff. Whenever you tear an engine apart, look around the case studs. Look for a crack here. Repair work. When you pull your bearings out, look at and see if the dowel pins are there or if they're loose. Yeah, those are all things to look for. Look at your ears on here and see if they've been broken off and repaired. If there's any cracking going on around there. Look at this here real quick. See what we've got. You know, it's weird that this rod, no movement in there, only this one. Let's look at the head. Again, look here. It looks pretty clean around here. God, usually you see just more dirt than that. It looks, there wasn't that many miles on this thing, I don't think. VW stamped valves. Or was it this head? I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, intake valves were still Volkswagen. Exhaust valves, probably changed them at some point. Looks like maybe that's our carport cylinder right there, maybe. A little carbon built up on there, but I don't know. Nothing that looks unusual. Well, they may just run it low on oil, you know. May have been it. Yeah. I'll measure this out and see what the crank is that's in here. Just so I know. I probably won't run it again. It looks like it could be a good rebuilder for a 40 horse. But if I do a 40 horse, I'm always going to go the 1385. There's really no sense in putting the stockers back in. People go, oh, well, that's fine. You know, that's what it was originally. And yeah, but the freeways aren't the way they were originally. You got to be able to go faster on the road. If you're going too slow, you're probably going to get rear-ended. You know, I was just driving 45 on a 55-mile-an-hour zone and almost got rear-ended by some woman. She just wasn't paying attention. She came up on me and slammed on the brakes and almost hit the back of my bus because I was following the electric bus. So he was going 45. So, oh well, that's what happens. Yeah, I almost got rear-ended on that. I didn't know if I even told Tom. She came up on me so fast and just slammed on the brakes. I mean, almost saw the, you know, if it didn't have ABS, probably would have seen white smoke and everything. She came up pretty quick. So it's best to be going speed limit or faster somewhere. Go too slow, you're going to get rear-ended. So more power is always a good idea. So if I do it, I might go with, let's see what this cam is. Oh, looks like it's stock. Pretty sure. One of the stock ones. Probably, I'll see if they can do the Engel 100 regrind, where they grind the old cam and turn it into a 100 and give it some more lift and duration. Get a little more air in there, clean up the heads, take them apart, and The valves are really small and the chambers suck on these things, so that's the biggest issue on these 40 horses. Look at the size of the chamber there. How many cc's that is? Pretty good size for a small one. The intake port's just tiny. But if it flows better, if we can get more air and fuel through it, so maybe cam would help. But you don't want to go too much, again, because you'll break the crank on these things. They're not that strong. So just give it enough poop to make it run, maybe. I don't know. Or you can always go 1600 crank, and then I think you got to bore it for the cylinders, yeah. And that's you get into the machine work, it's like, well, spend too much on machine work on a 40 horse case, and you still got a single relief case, and it's, you know, it is what it is. It's not like a super fantastic build. Just run at low RPMs, you know, keep it around 5,000, be all right. Probably do a super torquer, everything bottom end, mid range, and be all right. Anyway, all right, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. We're gonna end this on this. I'll see if I can figure out what it is. I don't see anything right off bat. It looks like to me they just ran it low in oil, and this is not. Might have sucked a little bit of air there, right here. If it was low, and you know, at the same time, if it was low in oil, and it had that pickup lifted up just a little bit like that, then yeah, it could be a problem. I'll put the plate on there and check where it would be, and then see if it's. Looks like it could have sucked a little bit of air right there, and that would do it. Anyway, all right, I'll talk to you next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.